So, Jim, where are you in Canada when you live there?
I'm in Barrie, Ontario, which is about 45 minutes north of Toronto.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Good.
Gotcha.
That's
So
good.
you joined our travel company, I understand?
I did, yes. I thought I'd give it a shot.
What's the reasoning? What are you hoping to get out of this?
I just want to do some traveling, and if I can make a few bucks, fine. If not, I mean, I'll do some traveling, cheap travel.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. Have you been on one of the deep dives that Daryl and Maria do? Have you seen that? Called a deep dive, where they tell a little bit about the company, and then they show the difference between Expedia and our pricing.
Yeah.
And it's not a slide that they created; they're doing it live that day. So it's pretty impressive. So
Yeah.
one of the things that I saw, it was a few days ago, they were comparing it was in Las Vegas because that's where they live.
Yeah.
But they're comparing the Horseshoe Hotel, which is right across the street from Bellagio, where they have the water show.
Yeah.
And there's some rooms inside the Horseshoe that are up high enough that have balconies.
Yeah.
And you can open the doors at night and you can see the water show at night.
Oh, nice.
So they were comparing that price at the Horseshoe, and the day they were comparing it, it was a Thursday to Sunday, and it was $700. And then they went to our price. Our price, it was less than $70 for all 4 nights. So it's pretty impressive.
You gotta love that.
So yeah, and if you're looking to travel, you found the hidden secret in the travel industry.
Yes.
And Dave created this years and years and years ago. He really he doesn't like network marketing that much. Most network marketing companies, they're trying to have you sell a product or a service that's just like something else.
Yeah.
Okay? So whether it's cosmetics, I use cosmetics all the time because half the women on the planet use cosmetics.
Yes. Right.
And so you go to a company like Mary Kay, okay? And the hard part about most network marketing companies is you spend half your time explaining why your product is better than what they're already using.
Yeah.
You have to transfer them over into your company.
Yeah.
Then along comes our company. There's no transferring of information or anything. Hey, you're already booking your travel at the Hilton, Garden Inn.
Yeah.
You do it with us, and you're going to save money. It's that simple.
It's something you're going to do anyway. But if you can save money, go somewhere else and save money. It's worth your while.
I call it. I always talk to people, and maybe this will help you out in the future. Is I'm always talking about our company being a friendship marketing company. And what I mean by that is, and I know you've done this, okay? You have gone to see a movie, watched a television show on one of the streaming channels, or you've gone to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Sometime in the last month, this happened, okay? And I'll bet you anything you told somebody about it. I mean,
absolutely.
Exactly. And that's what we do with our company. We tell people, hey, listen, there's a new travel company that's hitting the world, although it's been around for 12 years, but they're doing something that's disrupting the travel industry. If you could save money on any price that you could find out on the retail market, and you could save quite a bit of money, you'd at least take a look, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Say yes, So, and that's sort of how our business model works, is that just showing somebody else a good opportunity. Everybody likes a good opportunity.
Everybody likes to get something a little less expensive if they can.
Yeah. I was talking to a gal the other day, and she said, well, I don't like trying to sell anything to anybody. And I said, man, I wouldn't want to do that either. I said, let me ask you a question. Let's say there was a new grocery store that opened up in your town, and every time you went there, it was at least 50% less than any other store in the area. Would you tell anybody about it? Oh, well, yeah, I tell everybody. Well, why wouldn't you tell them about a travel company that does the exact same thing? And you could just see the light bulb went on. She goes, oh, I get it. I said, yeah, you're not selling anything.
Yeah.
It's telling somebody about something that you saw. You got involved, and it's worked out to be a great deal, and you think they might be interested. I said, if they're interested, it's not costing you anything. You're not going to lose a friendship over it.
No.
They just want to keep paying retail for it. So,
yeah, that's right.
So it sounds like you're retired if you're going back and forth across the country all the time.
I am. Yeah.
How long ago?
Well, The first time I retired in 2006.
Okay.
I was a police officer in Ontario for
Oh, okay.
34 years.
Wow.
And then I retired in 2006
That much,
and started my own business doing private investigations and security consulting.
Oh, interesting.
So I did that for 18 years and just shut it down this past summer.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bet you've seen some stuff.
Oh, lots of stuff. Yeah.
Some of it you can talk about and some of it you can't.
That's true, yes. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I retired at 52.
Oh, good for you.
20 years ago. And it was the best thing I ever did. And
Yeah.
so I owned my own company for 25 years and decided it was time to close the doors. You know, and you'll agree, I know you're going to agree with me, when it's not fun to do what you're doing anymore,
Yes.
time to stop doing it.
Time to stop. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
agree.
what happened to me. I owned my own auto body repair company for
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
years. Yeah. There and
Yeah.
when my wife and I lived in Southern California, we were both born and raised there. We went to Hawaii at least once, if not twice a year.
Oh, yeah.
When somebody goes to Hawaii for the very first time, I'm always asking, well, where are you going? You know, and I can't believe how many of them say Honolulu. And I said, Honolulu? That's like going to LA.
Yeah, it is.
That's not Hawaii. You're just
No.
going to another city.
Yeah.
I always get them to say, well, you know, take the Grand Circle Island tour that gets you on the other side of the island so you can see what Hawaii is really about.
Yeah. I come back. I was on there November, December. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I was on the Big Island and over in Maui.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Where'd you stay on the Big Island?
Big Island, I stayed with some friends. Last year when I went, I rented an Airbnb.
Okay.
And then this year last year when I was there, I met some people.
Okay.
So they had a huge big house, so they wanted to stay there. So I stayed with them on the Big Island. Like Kona or over in Maui, I stayed in Airbnb again.
Oh.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Well, you can use our world tours. I sent you a screenshot.
Yeah. I've got a guy on my team. He and his wife just went to Hawaii for the very first time on a world tour.
Oh, yeah.
They loved it. They go to Wailea. We used to love going to, Lahaina, but it's there with their fire.
Starting to rebuild that now.
We've stayed up north in Kapalua up there, and I love to play golf. So
did you go to the volcano area on the Big Island?
Yes, yeah. We actually went there. We drove there on our own, but then we took a helicopter tour that went over that. That is cool.
That is, yes.
Literally take you out over the. Have you done a helicopter tour?
I haven't done the helicopter tour, no.
They take you over there, and you go off the edge, and then the guy drops down, and the lava. It pours every day. I mean, it's back
there, and
it comes down, and all the
smoke and heat comes up.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. So,
I was looking at this Honduras world tour. Have you been, Lee?
No.
Five-star resort, daily breakfast for two, complimentary airport transportation, daily complimentary wine,
right.
Complimentary snorkeling gear right there at the bottom of the steps. Complimentary transportation from the hotel. Discounts. So it's a spa. It's a 5-star.
We've got so many options in our company, Jim. It's crazy the kind of stuff that we get. A great friend of mine, Todd Strand, who's the top guy in the company. He's the one that introduced me to the company. He and his wife went to Dubai last year, and they stayed at the Grand Hyatt there for $1.
Oh my shit!
For 5 nights, 4 nights, 5 days, and every day it included the breakfast buffet.
Oh yeah.
The breakfast buffet is $75 a person.
Whoa.
So they're eating $150 breakfast every day. So if you think about that, they got $150 breakfast every day for 20 cents because they only paid $1 to get there.
And the rooms were free.
20 cents, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. And if you're looking at this to make money, Jim, the best thing I can tell you is get on as many of the training calls as you can and just start putting a list of people together. You know, you've already got a preformed list in your cell phone. and just
Mm-hmm.
shoot out some, if you don't want to talk to people, that's fine.
I don't have any problem talking to people. I've been doing that all my life. So.
There you go. Yeah. The key thing is that if you believe, then they'll believe.
Yes.
And you probably have a lot of credibility with people
Yes.
You know so many people.
Yeah.
When you start running out of people to talk to, that's when it gets a little,
a little harder. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just got good at being friendly. You've got a great personality. You'll probably draw a lot of people in.
Yeah.
I talk to everybody. I lead with, depending on where I'm at. Sometimes I'll lead with the money, especially if I'm talking to a worker bee, stocking shelves at Walmart or something. I'll say, when have you worked here? I don't think I've seen you before. Oh, I've been here for 5 years. Oh, really? 5 years? Wow. So,
yeah.
Is this going to be the final resting place for you? Oh, no. I always keep my options open to look at other. Oh, really? You keep your options open. Do you like to travel? Oh, I love to travel. Tell you what, I own a travel company. I'm expanding it, looking for a few sharp people. If you're interested, I can give you some information, and we'll just take it one step at a time. I use an app that I send out to people that gives me leads.
Oh, yeah.
From people that are looking. So let me just go to. Here's John. I haven't sent John anything yet. But here's one of the things it says when you look, and these people are looking for a home business, okay? So I just say, hey, John, this is Lee. I was notified that you're interested in making extra money with a home business. When you look for the right home business, you should ask yourself 3 questions. Is it simple? Does it work? And can I do it? And that's the thing that most people are afraid of, and why they might say no is because they don't think they can do it.
Yeah.
That's where the stories of people that have come into our business that know absolutely nothing about what we do. They've never owned a home business before. They've never talked to anybody about anything,
Right.
but yet they have incredible success because they follow the system. When I've got a gal that's on my team that his wife Veronica's in the business, and when she first came into the business, it took a year to get her in because timing was just off for her. But her name is Tatiana, and she's from the Ukraine, so obviously English isn't her first language.
Yeah.
So, but she would get on the phone from day one with Todd, and don't laugh at me, okay? Because I'm going to do a really bad impression of Russian accent. But she would get on the phone with Todd, and I've heard it from Todd 100 times. I've heard it from her 5 or 6 times, and she would just call Todd and say, Todd, Tatiana, I have friend Carl on the phone. You tell Carl about travel business. That's all she did. Was she just made the introduction.
Yeah.
And the expert do the work.
Yeah.
So now you're not the expert. Okay.
Right.
I wanted to talk about cop stuff and how do I investigate this or that. You're the expert.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Travel with our company. She's the expert.
Yeah.
But has anything come up that maybe you have a question about?
There's one thing. When you take one of these trips, for example, you go to Dubai for five days. Now, that's a long ways to go for 5 days. If you wanted to go do another stay somewhere else in that same vicinity over there, can you add it on to that? Or
yes, that's what most people do. So here's what you do: is you use your world tour or you use your getaway to get there to get the really great rate. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you use your travel website to book anything before or anything after.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So a lot of people, especially like you said, you're going a long ways. Okay. So let's say that you went to Paris. Okay.
Yeah.
On one of the world tours. Well, you're only there for 4 days. Okay.
Yeah.
But gosh, there's so many other things that you can get to in 3 to 4 hours on the train.
Yes.
Because everybody takes trains everywhere.
Yeah, they do in Europe. Yeah.
So that's where your travel website comes into play. And with one of the new announcements is going to be that our travel site is going to have same day booking available. Okay. Which we haven't had. So now, you could stay someplace. Let's say that you went on the world tour. Okay. Well, you're staying at that location on the world tour tab, but you can stay at that exact location on your travel website and just book a separate reservation. Now you have to check out of the world tour and then check back in.
Yeah.
But a lot of hotels, if you go down and talk to them and say, hey, you know what, I have another reservation that I'm going to stay here for another 3 days. When I check out, can we see if I can check back into the same room so I don't have to take everything out?
Yeah.
My buddy Todd, he and his wife, they'll go on a world tour, and then they were in Europe this last summer. They went on 2 world tours. They just went from one place to another, okay? But they were there for 6 weeks. So they used their travel website for the other things in between.
Oh, that's a good idea.
They traveled around a lot, and
good.
It gets expensive doing that because you can't take 6 weeks worth of clothing with you. So
yeah, that's the thing.
they use a lot of the in-house cleaning and laundry services.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
It eliminates you from having to do all that stuff. But
for sure.
Our business, the expense of getting to places.
Yeah, Jim, have you already tried to talk to people about this? Did you invite them on?
I haven't. I sent it to one person. People in Hawaii, but they've watched a couple things, but she said, "Oh, I don't think we're interested in that." So I said, "Okay, fine, no problem."
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Did you send me a text or an email, Veronica?
Text.
Text, yeah. So there it is there. So she sent me this text message about tonight. And then she sent me 6 photos. And I don't know how you did this, but you are my hero right now. The reason I'm bringing that up is those people that said no to you, okay, before they say no, you get Veronica to set up one of these things for you. Ocean View. This is in Morocco. Ocean View room, 5-star hotel, breakfast included, 5 nights, 4 days, for $269. Now, if you sent your friend that said no to that, now here's another one. Where's this at? This is in Portugal. Okay.
Portugal, yeah.
You could just send them a text message that says, this is what you're missing out on, comma, LOL, laugh out loud. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a 5-star resort, March the 19th to the 23rd. 5-star resort. So the 19, 20, 21, 22, 4 nights for $159. It includes breakfast, and it's got a 9-hole golf course on it too. So if you have any friends that play golf.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff you can have fun with and say, hey, I know you said no, but maybe you should look at this, check this out a little bit more. Check out this price. Okay.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you'd be surprised what happens. There's just, some people just, I don't know whether it's pride. I don't know whether they're just so used to doing it their way that they just don't want to try something different. So
yeah, some people are like that.
But the good thing is you usually find out real quick that they're not interested, and then you get to move on. And I will tell you that it's so much easier to work with people that you meet from now on and people that you run in from now on than people that you know. You're going to find out, unfortunately, my phone is loaded with them.
Yeah, mine is too. I have few.
And some
people that I used to work with.
You go, oh my gosh, how did you get through life? But you know what? They'll drive down the street, make an illegal U-turn, as you know, and come back to a different gas station to save 3 cents a gallon. But you show them a way to save thousands on a vacation. No, I've seen something just like this before. Okay, do you spend most of your time in Canada or here?
Most of the time, I'm down here 3 to 5, 6 months a year, but most of the time's in Canada.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so do you have a place down there?
No, I just rent down here for now.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. The exchange in our dollar is so much right now. It's like 45 cents, 47 cents.
Really?
Off every dollar. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Yeah, so I was going to buy it like a few years ago, but exchange rate wasn't even that high then. It was about 35%, but now it's gone up to 45%.
It's pretty pricey to exchange money.
Oh, it is, especially when you're going to buy a $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 home down here.
Yeah.
That's extra 40% off every dollar.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
instead of staying in one place in Florida, you can travel all over the world and try all the different
Yeah.
spots, right?
Yes.
Makes
Yes.
much more sense. Lee, can I ask you a question about you always speak so well and present how people can save money here in terms of the taxes, like on taxes?
Well, with
Just
a,
say
with
that.
a home-based business, okay. Have you ever had a home business before, Jim?
Yes. I've had my private investigation business.
Okay, but was that a home-based business, or did you have a location?
Well, I had no, it was right out of my home. I
Okay.
had this little small, tiny mail drop place.
Okay,
where all
got
my
it.
mail came to,
Okay,
but I wanted it all out of my house.
Yeah, so with a home business, okay, using the US tax code, the average person gets to transfer personal expenses into business expenses.
Yes.
Okay? You probably know a lot of this. So I'll just hit 5 of them, okay? Cell phone, internet, car, eating, and travel. If you're not in our business, those are all personal expenses. But when you join our company, they can be transferred into business expenses. Business expenses are tax deductible.
Right.
Personal expenses are not. So with that being said, the average person making the average income in the United States by starting a home-based business with the intent to create profit will generate about $300 to $500 a month in additional tax refund. Not tax write-offs, but tax refund. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's say that you're 300, okay? Well, if you're getting $300 a month back in tax returns, that's $3,600 a year, okay? You can't spend $3,600 a year in our business. So
Yeah.
you're going to make money just by being in our business. I always tell people, if you're not in our business, it's costing you hundreds and thousands of dollars in tax savings. In fact,
Yes. Right.
I always tell people, hey, you know what? Especially this time of year, said call your tax professional. Ask for that. If I were to start a home-based business, would that be a tax advantage for me? And they're going to say yes. And if they say no, you have an idiot for a tax professional.
Exactly. I don't know.
Else.
I don't know about the U.S., but in Canada, when I run my business out of my home, I can write off a portion of my house, my house insurance, my utilities, all that stuff too.
Yeah, it's a percentage. So you take the square footage of the room you're using. Let's say it's 1,000 square foot house. You got a 10 by 10 closet, and that's where you do your business. Now you get 10% of your homeowner's insurance, 10% of your electric, 10% of your gas, 10%
property taxes, everything,
10% of everything.
Yeah,
just that alone usually makes the difference.
Oh, it does, yes. Yeah.
And you tell people, and they go, oh, I don't know, that sounds sort of risky. I'm going, risky? It's in the U.S. tax code.
That's right.
I'm not a tax professional. I've been doing this for 25 years. Trust me, it works.
It's not illegal.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it.
Well, I'll run it by my CPA. Oh, that's great. You're a certified public accountant. Not a tax professional, but a certified public accountant. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you go to H&R Block, they're not tax. The H&R Block is tax professionals.
Yeah.
What's the online one? Tax. What's the big one that's online that you buy a thing for every year to do your taxes? TurboTax.
Oh yeah,
TurboTax are tax professionals. They're not CPAs.
No, they're not.
He does my taxes. He's not a CPA. All he does is taxes, and he loves home-based business.
Yeah, I have an accountant that I've used for years and years, so he's good.
Yeah, well, he's got you because you've already been doing all this stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and now that you don't have your business, okay,
I'll just start a different business.
Got it all back.
Got it all.
Yeah.
When did you get started with us?
Just a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, so you started in January. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just probably a week ago, actually. Probably was it?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, January 5th, I believe.
Yeah.
Veronica, are you going to Orlando?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
I have a few people coming in. Very excited.
Good. That'll be awesome. Yeah. have a little group there.
Finally.
Gotcha. So when you're driving home, you can get on any of those calls and just listen to them in your car. Just go to Facebook, Trevorium Facebook page, and go to where the videos are and just click one on there and just listen away.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a gal that's how she got started. She had a 45-minute drive to work every day. And I just told her, I said, hey, just start listening to the presentations over and over and over again. She goes, well, I can't watch them while I'm driving. I said, don't watch them. Turn your phone around so you won't watch them. Just
listen to them.
Listen to the information, and then eventually you'll just start saying the same stuff.
Yeah.
So, and that's exactly what happened to her. So she just started. She used her car as a Trevorium University.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway.
I've been on a few of the evening seminars and stuff. Things Veronica sent me the links to get on them, so I've got.
Sure.
I found them very interesting.
Yeah, there's actually one. Is there one tonight?
Yes, it started 18 minutes ago. Yeah, Jim, it's on my Telegram channel, on my Telegram chat.
Oh yeah, okay.
You'll say all the schedules.
I still have a problem with my Telegram though. Every time I go to use it, it seizes up on me.
Huh.
Yeah, I think too, if I'm not mistaken, Tuesday is Daryl and Maria, or maybe it's Danny. No, Danny's Thursday.
Yeah, it started the live.
Yeah, it starts
at 8 o'clock, did it?
The deep dive is going on.
Well, the deep dive's at 8 o'clock, but then they do a live full presentation at 9.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So, yeah, send him that one. Have you been on just a presentation or just the deep dives?
He's been on both. Yeah.
Both, yes, actually, yes.
Yeah. They're a great couple. So, what I like about Daryl and Maria, I've known them for over 20 years or so. What I like about them is they created that training website.
LearnThisTraining.com.
Everybody, not just their team, anybody in the company can use it. That's the first thing I do when I bring somebody new on. I send them right to their getting started training, and it's recorded so they can look at it. And there's a form that they fill out, and they start putting their list of names together, and we just start making phone calls. So
yeah, that's another thing. I'm not sure how to navigate through all that, the website, and find different things and get the links to all these different meetings and stuff, or different.
Grab a pen too.
Yeah.
Daryl and Marie's website. It's learn, LEARN, this training.com. And just go in there and get lost. But there's they have their own calendar in there with and then on your personal website, if you go to the home page, Trevorium.com, scroll to the very bottom, all the corporate presentations are there with the dates, the times, the code, everything.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yes.
Yeah. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday for trade, first Monday of the month for a corporate update. But if you go to that Learn This Training, the first thing you'll see is getting started.
Okay.
Just click on that and watch what you need to watch. So
okay, perfect.
That's the first place I send people when I bring them in, is I send them that. So I could do all of it for you, or Veronica could do it all for you. But you know what? If you're going to build a big team, why not show everybody how to duplicate?
Yeah, exactly. You got to learn to do it yourself.
Yeah, make it simple. But and navigating your back office, there's a short video on their site you can search for, or just get on with Veronica and she can do a live, presentation.
Sure. Yeah, I can show it to you. Yes.
You can literally, if you feel comfortable, most people do.
Yeah.
You create a Zoom, okay, and you give her your user ID and your password, and she goes right onto your website. So you're looking at your website, not hers. You're looking at your website, and then you can go in there and show you where your commission's going to show up, what your business structure is going to look like. Shows you everything.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, what Maria says all the time is go into your back office and click every button you can, because you can't break it. You cannot change anything in there yourself. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, just go in there, just start clicking on stuff, you know.
All right, I'll do
Go
that.
back to Veronica and go, hey, I was on this area. I don't remember how I got there, but I did. It was pretty interesting. So
I don't know how to get out of it now.
yeah, no. Anytime you want to get out, just go to the top left where it says dashboard.
Oh, yeah.
Just remember the word dashboard is your friend because it'll take you right back to the beginning.
Okay.
Okay. Good
All
deal.
right.
Well, Jim, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, you as well.
Can't wait to shake your hand in Florida, and we'll see you then. Okay. But if
Yes,
you need
definitely. We'll have to have a beer together.
yeah, if you need any help or anything, Veronica's got my number. Just get my number from her and give me a call anytime you need to. We're on the same time zone, so
Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks very
I
much.
usually answer the phone till 10 o'clock at night or so, and I'm usually
As a Data Rails employee, I have to tell you that any